You can see here's the HootSuite home screen, and this is actually my good friend Wayne Joe Bear's HootSuite snapshot of his account, and it looks in many ways similar to TweetDeck, where up here is where you type in your message that you want to send. It actually counts up in characters versus down. If you want to shrink a URL, you have to type it in here and type in shrink it, and it will shrink it and stick it into your message for you. If you want to send it later, you can schedule it for later. Upload a photo, you can do the same thing. And over here are all the accounts that Wayne actually currently updates. And if I typed in a message here and wanted to just update one account, I would click on it, or I could click on any of the other accounts as well to update one or more accounts simultaneously. So kind of a nice tool to be able to update or tweet on multiple accounts at the same time. HootSuite also has the same feature as far as being able to put in columns to see different tweets, but one other feature that it has is you can actually have multiple pages of different columns, which I like as well. So HootSuite, I believe, is a very good tool as well, and I encourage you all to try out TweetDeck and HootSuite and use whichever one that you feel most comfortable with, or if you're like me, maybe use them both. HootSuite also has the ability to create and send out RSS feeds, which is something that TweetDeck does not have. So another tool that's out there on the internet for you to use as far as social media and really the whole web and Web 2.0 is concerned is a website called Greater.com. Greater.com actually gives you the ability or a bunch of tools to grade different things that you may be doing on the internet. Today I'm basically showing it to you for website grading. So if you go to Greater.com and click on website.greater.com, that first link right there, basically you can put in your website URL or address, and the system will go out and it looks at quite a variety of things about your website and will give you a grade to let you know how you rank on the internet, and will give you tips on how you can make your ranking better. Another neat feature with it is you can actually put in your website and another website, like maybe a competitor's website, and it will rank both of your websites together. So it'll show you how you rank and how your competitor ranks as well. So you can see how that works. And when you go to Greater.com, you'll see that there's a whole nother list of additional things and features that it can grade for you on the internet as well. In our first presentation, we talked about blogging and blogging tools or blogging sites. And basically, two sites that I would like to recommend if you would like to start a blog are either WordPress.com or Blogger. And again, there are links in this presentation to both. And these are both very commonly used and full functioned and featured blogging sites. So if you want to start a blog, either WordPress.com or Blogger are good places to start. Another little tip or tool for me to mention is something called Namecheck.com. And what Namecheck.com is a website where you can go in and type in your username that you would like to have out there on social media sites. So whether it's your personal name or your company's name, you can type that in, and the system will go out and checks a pretty large number of social media sites for your name availability, and will let you know which social media sites your name is available on and which ones they aren't. So a recommendation that I would make for anybody who hasn't dabbled in social media yet, and maybe if you're really not certain if you're going to for a little while, I would certainly though get out there and reserve my name, kind of like a domain name. When domain names first came out, there was a rush on to get your domain name that was your name before somebody else got it. Same thing in social media. So if you're going to make a fan page on Facebook or have a blog somewhere, or use any of the social media sites where you're going to post information either from yourself or your company, it would be good to get out there and check for your name availability, and just maybe create accounts to reserve your name right now, even if you're not going to use them for a little bit. So Namecheck.com. I see I've got an extra H there in my .com, but the link will still work properly too. That's online. So let's talk about some social media strategies. So here is what's called a mind map of our social media strategy here at Smart Services. And actually, we don't call it our social media strategy, we call it our Web 2.0 strategy. Because social media is really a part of what's a bigger theme called Web 2.0, or basically the new tools available on the internet currently. So I'll kind of walk you through our strategy and what we're working on. Now, this may look like a lot of stuff on here right now. It may look like a hard to read map, but the reality is there's a lot of links and things that I kept off of here to kind of keep it clean, so it would be a little easier for you to read on your end. So there's lots of interaction and interlinks going on, and I think that's a big piece or big part of social media. It's not to have one place or one site where you have all of your information. It's to have lots of different sites and places where you have different types of information, and that'll become clear as I walk through here. By doing it that way, you create lots of places out there for people to find you and come into, knowing who you are or who your entity is as an organization. Kind of like having a lot of billboards out on a lot of highways versus one big billboard on one highway. So our first big billboard, as I call it here, is our primary website, which is smartservices.com. As you see, as I will move around here, there are what are called links or relationship bars here, and we can see that most of these have two arrows on each end, and some of them only have one. So for a link that has an arrow on both ends, like our YouTube, that means that there's a link or a connection from both of these areas on the internet to each other. So from our Smart Services website, there's a link or connection to our YouTube channel, and vice versa. From our YouTube channel, there's a connection back to our Smart Services website. So as we talked in our first seminar or webinar about going viral, and we talked about the Will It Blend people, that's what they're doing. People go watch their Will It Blend video and get interested in buying a high-powered blender, and then have a link back to their site where they can go and purchase a blender. So on our YouTube site, we have a company channel, and on that company channel, we have a couple of different strategies that we're currently using. One is we do post all of our education videos in all of our webinars. So even today, this webinar is being recorded and will be posted up on our YouTube channel. So we put lots of content up there for people to go in and learn about the different topics that we talk about. And we also like to post funny videos as well, where we'll post, we like to have fun, and we'll make some videos and make fun of ourselves, and we'll post them up there, and we hope that people will find them and enjoy them, and maybe that'll also attract them to our website or to want to learn more about us. And then we'll move down to our Flickr. Flickr is a social media site that allows you to upload and share photos or collections of photos. So for our Flickr account, we have a company photos where we put company functions and different events, photos of different events and functions. And we also do something different with it. I have my own Flickr account where I put photos that anyway I think are cool anyways. Maybe most other people wouldn't agree, but pictures that I've taken as well. And we have a two-way relationship between Flickr and our website as well, and with my personal Flickr and our website. And then if I move down to Twitter, we've done a lot of talk about Twitter. Twitter, again, is really starting to take a pretty good hold on the internet and growing very rapidly. In our Twitter, we have a similar strategy where we have a company account where we tweet. On our company account, we tweet about company happenings. We have a person here that does those tweets. I don't do those tweets, but somebody else does those in our marketing department. And we try to do about 2 tweets a week about different happenings in our company. And one example is I believe we tweeted about this webinar today, and maybe the event that we're doing tomorrow up in Traverse City.